Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it's the first time you're visiting. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've not already guessed by the title, today I'm going to be reviewing a very exciting new release, and it is none other than the newest fragrance from Kayali, which is Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. And when I saw this fragrance, I knew I had to try it. So if you like the sound of that, then please do keep on watching. So I did see some little teasers online before the official tease, so somehow it got leaked, and in my heart I was just hoping that it was real because the notes sounded incredible. And then lo and behold, the Kayali account and Mona started teasing the fragrance. Luckily for me, I'm very fortunate that I got sent this in PR and it arrived at my door yesterday, so I did a full day's wear test. I even tested it at night too. Please bear in mind, this is definitely going to be a first impressions, but I do want to thank Kayali so much for sending me this for review. I very much appreciate it. As you probably know, if you watch my channel, I'm a pretty big fan of Kayali. I like most of the fragrances bar a couple, so it was an absolute honor to receive this in PR. So I'm not going to ramble on too much because I know you probably just want to know what this fragrance smells like, but I got some of the official kind of documentation here so I can read you the full note breakdown. And I think it was really cute, the little leaflet that got sent in the PR package. I have kind of broken it down a little bit, but I'm going to read you a little bit from the booklet. So Mona said that I wanted to combine my two favorite indulgences, fragrance and gelato. Ever since I can remember, ice cream has been my favorite food and always my number one choice when asked what would be my last meal. I'm not going to read you all of this because I know you're not here for all of the kind of informational stuff, or maybe you are. So, Yum Pistachio Gelato 33 EDP Intense is a delicious explosion of irresistible and edible notes, including creamy pistachio gelato, yum, I can see where the name yum came from, voluptuous whipped cream, roasted hazelnut, sweet rum, fluffy marshmallow, and fizzy cotton candy. A truly yummy fragrance that charms with an unforgettable, intense gourmand scent trail that will have you smelling good enough to eat. They really do know how to sell a product, I will say that. And there's some really cute pictures in here too. So you've got Mona here, and she's also on the front cover. And then I have a recommendation list of Mona's favorite layering combinations, and I actually tried one of these last night. And then the key note menu. This is the cutest thing, so I'm going to give you a close-up of this. I hope you can see it. It covers starters, mains, and desserts, and then all of the note breakdown in here. So I will read those notes out, but I'm gonna get started on the fragrance because I know that you're probably sat there thinking, Hayley, please shut up and just talk about whether you like it or not. So I'll give you what you want. This is the new Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato 33 bottle, and you'll probably notice that it's very different from the other bottles in their collection. This time we have a matte presentation, so it's a beautiful mint pistachio color, and then it has a matte white lid. And I can see why they've done this because it really does give you the feel of the fragrance inside. So here's a close up of the bottle. I'm going to show you the back because they do pop the notes on there too. And then I have the outer packaging just so you can see it. It's the same as the other Kayali fragrances. And they sent me the 10ml travel atomizer. And I think these are so chic, super, super cool. And it comes in the corresponding color to the fragrance. So I will definitely be using this. Okay, it's fragrance time. So is this what I expected? No, it's not actually. And I don't know quite what I expected because there's not many pistachio fragrances on the market, and it's one of my favorite notes, and I've been waiting for a gourmand pistachio to hit the market. One of my favorites used to be Laura Mercier Creme de Pistache, I think it was called, and it got discontinued, I feel like maybe 8 to 10 years ago, and I loved it. And I've been waiting for something to hit the market that is a true pistachio gourmand. So this did surprise me a little bit because maybe I had the Laura Mercier Creme de Pistache in my head. Whereas this actually is a little bit more complex and it's not super sweet, which I wasn't expecting. I thought this was just going to be a very super sweet gourmand. And what I will say off the bat is I feel like this smells exactly like the note breakdown. And I know there's some other reviews out there, but to me, I absolutely perceive it as per the note breakdown. So I'm going to read you the key notes. Pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow, and cotton candy. And you get all of those notes, and I'm taken through a journey with them. The one that I would say is not super prominent to my nose is the cotton candy. So this is not as sweet as I expected, like I mentioned. It's still definitely a sweet fragrance, don't get me wrong, but it's not a sickly, sweet, sugary fragrance in any way. You absolutely get the pistachio in the opening, and I would hope you would too, given it's called pistachio gelato. And there is a kind of lactonic, creamy vibe in there. I'm picking out the powdered marshmallows, which is incredible, and a little bit of that whipped cream. But the rum really cuts through, and I feel like it takes away from the sweetness a little bit, which is actually needed for a gourmand in my opinion. You don't want to go around smelling like a literal gourmand snack. I mean, some people probably do. And I feel like by adding that rum in here, it takes it from being just a pistachio gelato and gives it a little bit of a kick, if that makes any sense at all. And the other prominent notes to my nose is cardamom, which I don't feel like is listed in the description. Not that I can see anyway, but I definitely pick out a kind of pistachio cardamom play on ice cream. I'm definitely getting the Turkish Delight Accord, which is another note that is chef's kiss. I'm so glad that it was added in here. You're getting some slight floral nuances, but not too much at all. And then there is a nice vanillic kind of tonka dry down here. Now, I feel like I should read you the full note breakdown because it's a lot more complex than on the back of the bottle. So let me just read you the full note breakdown. We have pistachio gelato, bergamot, hazelnut, and rum, geranium, peony, jasmine, and muguet, white peach, pear, and raspberry, whipped cream, Turkish Delight Accord, marshmallow, cotton candy, cedarwood, sandalwood, cacao, and tonka bean. Does that not sound like the most delicious gourmand in the world? Now, back to the fragrance. I have it on my hand and I also have it on the paper test strip, so I'm just going to compare them quickly. Okay, this is one of those fragrances that smells pretty similar on both paper and skin, which I feel like is quite rare. It's a tad bit sweeter on the paper. I'm getting quite a lot of the hazelnut and the rum at this point because it's been sprayed for maybe 30 minutes. So I'm getting hazelnut, rum, a pistachio-y, cardamom-y smell, ice cream / sorbet, marshmallowy powderiness. And definitely a lot of that rum, it keeps coming through. So if you like a boozy gourmand, you might really enjoy this. And then on the hand, it's just a deeper version of the paper. So I'm getting a lot more of those kind of nutty notes. So again, the hazelnut's prominent, the sweet rum is prominent. I feel like I'm actually getting the cacao. Yeah, I'm getting the cacao at this point. Teeny bit of floral, but not a lot to me. And then lots of pistachio, and it's not that fake artificial pistachio that you're used to smelling. This one actually feels like real pistachios, which I love about this fragrance. Now, what are the vibes of Yum Pistachio Gelato? I feel like this is a spring summer fragrance. You could wear it all year round, but I feel like it would be most appropriate in the spring and summer. I feel like the Kayali team got the marketing on point, from the colors of the campaigns to the whole visual aspect of it and the aesthetic. Mona eating the gelato, I think that was spot on. So I feel like that was really well done. The only one thing I will say about the vibe of this fragrance is the longevity on my skin unfortunately isn't great. I'm getting about a 4-hour wear, and I know some of you will probably say, Hayley, we know that you're an undersprayer, and that is true. So when I tested it in the morning yesterday, I did my normal light spray and it was gone within 3 to 4 hours. And then I showered and wore it again for the evening. And obviously I can't get a full day's wear out of that, but it was a lot more intense. I was getting that sillage and I had that scent bubble around me. So this is definitely one that you'll want to overspray. And I feel like so many of you are oversprayers anyway. But do you know what the good thing is? I tried one of the layering combos just before I went to bed because I was curious. And I popped on Vanilla 28 over this, and wow, wow, wow. It's probably my new favorite layering combination because that is next level gourmand. I think that is absolutely game changing, especially if you want to pump up the sweetness and you want to pump up the vanillic vibe. Do I like Yum Pistachio Gelato 33? Yes, I really do like it. Is it what I expected? No, but in a good way, because I don't want to compare it to something that was on the market years ago. I feel like it's actually really unique. There's not a fragrance that it smells exactly like, which is perfect. I could compare it to other things on the market, but they just have a similarity. And I'm actually going to tell you those just for reference. And this is just how I perceive it. So it has, for me, a combination of maybe being a little bit like Elie Saab Girl of Now, so you're getting the pistachio vibe from there. It has the kind of fluffy, marshmallowy tonka-ness of Hypnotic Poison, and then throw in a little bit of Sol de Janeiro Body Mist, the original. If those three combined, it could be a little bit similar, but it's still not the same because none of them have the same combination. That sweet rum in here actually makes it super unique. And I hate comparing fragrances, but I want to try and give you a visual just in case you don't want to blind buy it. Kayali is available in quite a lot of retailers now, so I would 100% recommend going and sampling it. But the other amazing thing is they do sell 10 ml size bottles now. So it makes it a little bit more affordable to try without being necessarily a risky blind buy. Now, as I mentioned, this is definitely still a first impression, so I will give you deeper thoughts in another video to come. I don't feel like I can review it in a full scale right now just because it is so new to my collection. You can see the dents actually to here because I have been really testing it hard so I could bring you this first impressions. But does it smell like pistachio gelato? Yes, it does, but with a twist. That hazelnut and that sweet rum makes it everything to me. I feel like Vanilla 28 will always be my baby. I absolutely love that fragrance, but this one is probably at the moment going to be a close second. And if you watched my last Kayali release video, which was Vanilla Royale, I absolutely loved that too. So the new releases have been hits for me. And I just want to pop a little bit of a disclaimer in here too. Just because I received this in PR does not mean I'm not going to give it an honest review. I received Love Fest Burning Cherry in PR and I gave you a full and honest review. That fragrance was not for me, unfortunately. I liked it, but I wasn't in love with it. And I let you know that. So please trust that when I do a review and I received a product in PR, I'm under no obligation to speak about a fragrance in any way. And I always make that clear to brands when they want to send me something for review. If I don't like something, I will let you know. I'm going to end this video here because, like I said, it is a first impressions, but I do think it's a solid release. I do think it smells like the notes listed. It's not super sweet and sickly, but it is a gourmand. The only thing to mention is the longevity, but I'm happy to re-spray this throughout the day because I really enjoy the scent profile. So that was my first impressions for Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. Please do let me know down in the comments if you're excited for this new launch. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Will you be picking it up? Have you sampled it already? And yeah, just what are your thoughts in general? Because I always love to hear from you all. Thank you so much for watching today. It's been a pleasure as always. I hope to see you all in a video to come. Thank you so much and goodbye.